Being an average man in today's age is similar to being a fast food restaurant here in the United States of America. Have you guys noticed everywhere you go and you travel in the States, you always see these fast food restaurants like Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King, Popeyes, Wendy's. You see these restaurants everywhere, such as downtown, city centers, airports, strip malls, and the main attracting areas in that city. Then you realize that you change cities, but you're still stuck with the same food options, these same basic average options that you've tried all your life. You've had these burgers and these Subway sandwiches and these French fries everywhere you go. The last thing you want to see are these same restaurants when you go to a new city. And that's similar to being an average man. When you're an average man, average in his looks, average in his physique, average in his style, you're like that fast food restaurant that's everywhere, but people are tired of seeing because it's the same thing. That's how women see you when you're in a different place, because you haven't changed. There's nothing unique about you. There's nothing different about you. You're just that same French fries that has always been everywhere and exists everywhere. You're not hard to get. You're not hard to find. So when you're in these new cities, you seek out the more exotic restaurants. You seek out the mom and pop shops. You seek out the cocina de abuela, the Indian places, the Mediterranean cuisines, the Korean dishes. You seek out these different family-owned, more rare or exclusive types of restaurants because you want different flavor. You want something that you haven't tried and that's something that you're not bored of, right? So you'll go to a restaurant you've never been to in a new city, you'll seek that out because that's not average. That's exotic, that's high value in your eyes. That's just perception that you have in your eyes. Now, of course, you can go and try some of these places and not like it at the end, but the point is your perception of these places is higher because it's not basic and average. So that is similar to a man that's average versus a man that's thorough. A man that is thorough is a man that is unique and different and exceptional in his own self-worth. So when you're that man and you're in one city and you change locations, you are that Italian cuisine. You are that international dish that women want to try because there's nothing average about you. The way your style is, the way your clothes fit, the way you walk, the way that you're groomed, the different languages that you speak. You're a 5-star international restaurant. Just like you know, in a fast food restaurant, you're going to get a burger bun, a meat patty, a square slice of cheese, and some hot French fries. That is the equivalent to a woman seeing a man with some sweatpants, unkept hair, unkept facial hair, a sloppy outfit, bad breath, and bad body language. This is the equivalent. Burgers, buns, French fries, greasy food, unkept hair, bad outfit, bad breath, bad confidence and style. You see the similarity that was drawn between fast food and average man? That's something that you want to avoid and not be congruent to. You don't want to be congruent to a fast food restaurant. You want to be congruent to an exotic restaurant. So for example, for my brothers that like Indian food, chicken biryani, chicken tikka masala, chicken vindaloo, these types of dishes, these nice, spicy, different types of dishes, is equivalent to a man wearing a nice fitted shirt, nice haircut. Average men are fast food, but the thorough man is exotic food. And a thorough man is wanted and welcomed in every city that he goes to. So you as a man should always strive and always acquire for more information on how you can be better well dressed, better groomed, better smelling, better hygiene, a better sexier body, no matter how old you are. If you're in your 20s, or if you're in your prime in your 30s, or you're exiting your 30s and going to your 40s, there are styles that you can develop as you go across these timelines. So when you're in your 30s, you may have a more semi-formal business attire kind of look, where you're wearing nice dress slacks, nice shirt, and sometimes you're switching it up with jeans and a flannel. And then when you go deeper into your 30s and early 40s, you might start to wear more sport coats, blazers, dress pants, khakis, quarter zips, these types of things, because you've developed your style and you've developed your capacity. You're more thorough. You haven't stuck to the same old fast food sweatpants, unkept hair, gray shirt, gray t-shirt, ripped jeans. You've passed those stages and you're into a more refined man, a more thorough man. You see the men that are in their prime and stay consistent and keep going are these guys that are always developing their style and adding on things to it. They don't just have one style and stick with it throughout the decades. They dress based on their body, their age, the way they want to look. They are very intentional with how they're picking out their outfits. And they don't need a lot, but they need to know how to put things together. They need to know how to put themselves together. And anything that they're holding back, if they have a good full set of hair, but they cut it bald and they're holding that hair back, that's 1 point against them. Thorough men utilize every single weapon, every single option, every single tool that they have in their tool belt to be the best version of themselves, the best looking, the best physique, the best confidence, and the best style. They develop every tool they have to be this best version. They're not that greasy smell that comes out of the vent on the ceiling of a fast food joint. No, they're that nice Prada or Valentino cologne, or that nice Versace Dreamer that steps into the night with clean breath and clean teeth, ready to meet his Latina that's been on the way in an Uber for a nice special time. And he doesn't even need to say or talk a lot when he's in front of her, because the way he looks and the way he smells and his mannerisms is already 90% of victory. The other 10% is at the end of the day, he asks her, "You ready to go back to my place?"